Hello, my name is Kat, and I'm participating in NaNoWriMo this year. I know I don't sound particularly thrilled about this because I actually wasn't planning to participate this year. It's Friday, October 30th, and later today I have movers coming to pack all of my belongings into a truck. And then on Saturday, October 31st, happy Halloween, I will be driving that truck for like 10 hours up to Northern California. Hey Cal, what are you gonna be for Halloween? This year I'm going as unhappy girl driving moving truck. I already have my costume. And the best part is I don't yet have a move-in date for my new apartment. It'll be sometime between November 2nd and November 7th, probably. So, yeah, stressed is a really nice way of saying that I am freaking the f out. If you were one of the many people asking if I was participating in NaNoWriMo this year, you probably noticed that I just ignored that question because I wasn't gonna do it and I didn't want to talk about it. It wasn't an easy decision because I love NaNoWriMo and I have this nice streak going of participating every single year for like the last 6 years, but I knew that I was gonna be way too busy and stressed out to like actually focus on NaNoWriMo. But then I was on YouTube and one of the suggested videos was my winning NaNoWriMo live show from last year. So I started watching that live show. And in the live show, I was so happy and excited and needed to calm down a little bit. But like, watching it made me remember how good of a time I had last year for NaNoWriMo and how much I love NaNoWriMo in general, and I didn't want to miss out on it this year. And just, here we are. So yeah, I will be participating in NaNoWriMo this year. I will not be doing daily videos because just the thought of it like stresses me out and makes me anxious and makes me want to like delete my YouTube channel. So don't even ask, I'm not doing daily videos. I'll try to do some update videos on my vlog channel, but it will not be a priority. I feel exceptionally unprepared for NaNoWriMo this year because I just decided yesterday that I was going to do it after having it in my head that I wasn't for like the last 2 weeks. So I'm doing NaNoWriMo. I don't know what I'm writing yet. The good thing about being an obsessive outliner is that I do have a couple stories that are already outlined and ready to go. I just need to choose one, and that'll probably happen on November 1st because that's how I do things. Now, before I get into the actual content of this video, which is going to be the NaNoWriMo tag, I want to briefly mention that I am once again fundraising for NaNoWriMo. If you're able to donate and you want to support a good cause, then please consider donating to NaNoWriMo. They're good people doing good things, and if you donate through my page and I raise enough money for them, then I get to go to the Night of Writing Dangerously, which is this dinner writing party event in San Francisco, and I've attended the last 2 years and I would love to go this year now that I am officially participating. So yeah, that link is below if you're interested. Now, on to the tag. This tag was created by Christina Horner, so I will link her original video down below. There are 9 questions. Let's begin. Question 1. How many times have you done NaNoWriMo? This will be my 7th November of participating in NaNoWriMo, but my 8th session overall since I did do Camp NaNoWriMo 1 year. Question 2. How did you first find out about NaNoWriMo? The end of 2008 was when I decided that I wanted to actually pursue writing seriously, and I was really into blogs at that time, like author blogs, agent blogs, book reviewer blogs, and I kept seeing NaNoWriMo mentioned, but I didn't know what it was. By the time I looked into it and learned what it was and realized that I wanted to participate in it, it was too late for the 2008 session. So I decided I was definitely gonna do it in 2009, and when 2009 November came around, I participated. And then I just kept participating every November since. Question 3. What was the name of the first novel you wrote for NaNoWrimo? For NaNoWrimo 2009, I wrote a story called The Plural of Love. And it was about a girl who meets this boy with dissociative identity disorder, and she starts to fall in love with several of his personalities. I still really love that story, and I keep wanting to go back to it. Maybe I'll do that this year. That might be a fun, like, full circle kind of thing if I write a new draft for The Plural of Love this November. I don't know. We'll see. I still need to figure out what I'm writing this year. Oh, which brings us to question 4. Give a 1-sentence summary of what you're writing for NaNoWrimo this year. I have no idea. I have a bunch of possibilities. Like I said, I might revisit The Plural of Love, or I might focus on my Carry On fanfic. I don't know. I have a lot of options. I'll decide once I can't procrastinate deciding anymore. Question 5. What is the best writing advice you've ever been given? Probably to write the story for yourself. Like, don't try to write something to please someone else or with a certain audience in mind, because that usually doesn't work out. Write the story that you're happiest to be working on, that you're passionate about, the story that you would love to read. Write that, and it will find an audience. And even if it doesn't find an audience because it's so weird and out there, which is really unlikely because people like all sorts of weird shit, even if it doesn't find like a huge audience, you're still happy with it. You're still in love with the story because you wrote it for yourself. Question 6. Did you ever take a year off of NaNoWrimo? I was going to take this year off, but I just got sucked back in. I just can't quit you, NaNoWrimo. Question 7. What is your biggest inspiration when figuring out what to write? This is a hard question because I find inspiration everywhere, from music, from TV shows, from movies, from other books, quotes and pictures and weather. Like, if it's a really nice day or if it's a really cold, rainy, stormy day, I think about what kind of story could be happening on this day. The seasons, okay? The seasons were kind of my inspiration for last year's NaNoWrimo. A long time ago, I had this idea that I wanted to write 4 novellas that took place during the 4 different seasons: winter, spring, summer, fall. In each season, a romance was going to happen, and I wanted to play around with 4 different romantic dynamics. I had one couple that fell in love right away, one couple where they both hated each other at first and then they fell in love, then one couple where the girl had to really pursue the guy, and another couple where the guy had to really pursue the girl. So I had these 4 different romantic dynamics and the 4 seasons, and I just paired them together and tried to come up with stories and character personalities and everything else that would fit in this dynamic. Yeah, anyways, kind of a tangent there, but everything inspires me. Everything inspires me. Question 8. Read us the first sentence of one of your novels. How about the first paragraph of The Plural of Love? Chapter 1, in which I possibly attempted suicide. It all started on the day I nearly died. He almost died that day too, but that's another story. That's also where the similarities of our near deaths end. He carved the word free into his wrist with a jagged piece of glass. I was hit by a train. How would I just keep going? Ooh, 2010, I wrote Beautiful Madness. The first sentence, we've escaped. In 2011, I wrote The Island. There is no way off the island. In 2012, I wrote Storyteller, and the entire first chapter is actually now up on Wattpad. I'll link that down below. But the first sentence is, there's a sudden pounding at my door. For Camp NaNoWrimo, I wrote Blood and Magic, aka Warlock Heart Gladiator. 3.5 weeks ago, I turned 17. And then in November 2013, I wrote The Last Warrior. I wait alone in the motel room. And last year, 2014, I wrote The Study Group. For the first time in nearly 3 months, the auditorium is buzzing with energy and noise as students flood in. All right, back to the tag, one more question. Question 9, what do you love about writing? Man, I love everything about writing. That's why I keep coming back to it. Even though there are parts that are hard and not fun, the good outweighs the bad 1,000,000%. I just love love stories. I love reading them, but I really love telling them. I love coming up with new worlds and getting to explore situations that are so unlike my own. I love having complete and utter control over the entire story, over everything. Like, you can do anything with writing. You can create worlds and bring down empires and make people fall in love or break people up. Like, the power. I'm a power-hungry writer with a god complex, and I love it. I love writing. I love everything about it. It's my favorite thing. All right, that is gonna be it. Those were all of the questions, and I have to finish packing now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a wonderful NaNoWriMo. If you're participating, I wish you all the luck in the world. I will have another video up soon, so I will see you then. Goodbye!